The thing I want to impress on you, if we get no other message across, is that you do have two eyes. Most of you, I think, yeah, you've got two eyes. They work together. If they don't work together, you don't play football as well as you could. So that's the beginning. Every move starts with your eyes. You make a judgment, and then you make your move, hopefully. Some might play the other way, but it won't work. You need to work out where the ball's coming from before you can catch it. Okay, today's about Tatafu. We just tell you, he's going to help. I'm going to ask him a few questions. He's going to tell you his story, which you may be interested in. We come in at the end of that story, and I'll tell you where we fit in. So the first thing I want Tatafu to explain to you is how things were when he was a teenager. So some of you might remember being teenagers. Most of you might remember that. Yeah. Anyway, how was it playing football without any sort of correction to your vision?
Yeah, guys. I actually started when I was 16, but I was blind as a bat, so I was running around on the footy park, not knowing what I was doing. So if someone kicked it down the field, I'd have to follow the guy next to me because I couldn't really see where the ball was. And it wasn't until I was 18 where I finally got tested for my eyes, and Tom just said, "Oh, mate, you need some glasses. You better not some contacts when you play, because I'm surprised with all those dumb tackles you do that you still make them." So, and that's where I got into soft contact lenses, which was great for a certain time, but the problem was they'd pop out most of the time when I play. And
so just tell them how it feels to have a contact in the middle of a game. Everything's going well, you can see everything, and then suddenly someone bumps you, the contact comes out. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels weird because obviously you got to wait till the next stoppage before you can get the physio or the doctor to get your other contact in. But during that time, it's just you're so worried because one, you can't see, and two, you just wondering where the ball is all the time because left and right, the action's over there. I kept thinking the action's over here. So yeah, it's just more an anxious kind of feeling.
So about a year ago, we could tell he had some problems.
It's probably just my hairstyle, but yeah.
That's right. Before he calmed it down, we thought maybe he can't see it. Anyway, we introduced him to a different way of correcting his vision, which is called Ortho K. Now, Ortho K involves wearing your contact lenses when you sleep. When you get up in the morning, you take them out. You spend the rest of the day being able to see okay. So it's a different story. You don't have any contact lenses to come out during a match situation that was occurring. So we started about a year ago, and how's it been going?
Yeah, it's been great. The funny thing was when I first started it, I actually forgot to take them out, so I was training and running around with these hard contacts in, and for some reason one of the boys kicked a footy and hit my head. I was like, oh jeez, what happened here? But then I realised, oh, my contacts are still in, so I popped them out, and here I am thinking, oh jeez, why is everything so clear? But it's because like the idea of the Ortho K is you pop them at night, and what it does, it shapes your cornea to with suction, so that it shapes your eye normally, and when you wake up you pop them out and you see 20/20 or 6/6 in Aussie terms. So yeah, and I think the best thing about it for me is going surfing or paddleboarding. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about losing my contacts in the ocean, because every time you duck dive or fall in the water, there's a high chance of losing your contact. But not just the surfing, but even playing on the field. Like, it's probably the best thing, playing 80 minutes without worrying about losing a contact, because you can play the whole game just smashing blokes and trying to bump over people. So yeah, it's been great. And I guess the main point is that going now through all these games, just popping in at night. Sometimes you can actually skip a night, because the more often you do it, the more your cornea gets shaped and used to it. So yeah, you can go once every 2 nights, but it's been a totally blessing for me in terms of vision, so it's been great.
Excellent, thank you. So last thing I want to leave with you is that you don't have to have lousy vision to need your eyes checked. It doesn't cost anything to have your eyes checked, in case some of you don't know that. Those who were here before would have learnt that anyway. It's covered under your Medicare. Assuming you've got a Medicare card, it doesn't cost anything. It's a good idea. Just as we heard, the issue is to take away any thoughts you might have that running around with a handicap because you haven't fixed your eyes up. I can tell you there's a lot of you here, also the other one, some of the faces I recognise, but your vision isn't obvious to you. Most of the time, it's a small change in vision won't be obvious to you. It could make a difference to your game. So get your eyes checked. It's a simple thing to do. Doesn't take long to do. It's a lot easier than training. I'm not saying you shouldn't train. You should train. But get that done, and then that's one thing out of the way. You won't carry that anxiety around with you when you're playing football. Okay, back to training.
Guys, just put your hands together.